So for our fall tier tray, we're going to use a mason jar wooden plaque, and I'm going to paint this one a yellow oh geez, I can't say it. Yellow ochre color. I hope I said that right. Yeah. So we're gonna paint it that color, and this is kind of a goldish color. So I was originally thinking of painting the false lid, the lid part gold, but now I don't know. We'll see. Okay, and I'm gonna do the sides. Just because. I have the paint on the brush, why not? So I will let that dry. And then once dry, I'll do the lid part in a gold color, but it's such a close match. I don't know if it'll be a good decision. We'll see. Let's let this thing dry first, and we'll go from there. Okay, so here's the thing. I opted to go with the gold on gold. I'm not sure that I like it, or might have to work something about that. Now I'm going to take a iron-on decal, and I'm going to attempt to iron it on right here with my mini iron. Let's see how this goes. So with this, we're testing two things. I've never used this little mini iron, and I've never tested an iron-on decal. Oh goodness, look at this. Look at that. It works. Let me turn it off. Amazing. Look at that. It worked. Cool. This is exciting. Woo. Now, here's what I was thinking with regards to the lid. I was thinking of making the lines that match, similar to, I'm just going to use a pencil, right? And then the top part, hold on, let's see, how can I do this? Top part has ridges. And that'll separate the two. I don't know why I keep moving it around. All right. This should separate how does that look? Not bad, doesn't it? look a little bit more natural. Separates the two golds. And there you have it. Then I picked a ribbon of choice. I actually decided on a brown check. I cut off a piece long enough to make a bow, and then another piece to do the rim of the mason jar. All right, now with our books this time around, we're going to use a burnt sienna, which is a brown color, orange, and red, because those are the colors of fall. So we're going to paint each one of these, one color for each, and once those are done, we'll be back. And again, we're going to glue these together in whatever particular order that you want. I've decided orange on the bottom, red in the middle, which means that brown is on top. There we go. Perfect. Next we title our books. Now I'm using a marker because I really don't have the best paint and handwriting. I don't, whatever. I do better with the marker, let's be honest, and even at that I struggled. And so I named my books Pumpkin Spice Chai Tea Warm Latte. And then once that's complete, we're going to add a ribbon to go around the books in order to tie them together. In keeping with the theme, I decided to use the brown check ribbon. All of our tier trays up till now have had a birdhouse. Let's keep up with the tradition. Same colors. Orange, red, and burnt sienna. I'm going to try my luck at making my own little wheelbarrow for a tier tray. So I'm going to grab this 4x6 slat of wood, which I'm going to cut into quarters. It is Literally, if I say it in centimeters, 15 centimeters by 10. So I'm going to draw a line at the 5 and one at the 4, at the 7.5. So let's just do this. Oops, sorry, 7.5. Like so. By 5, because it's 10 centimeters, 4 inches, so 2 inches, and let's draw that line. Then with an X-Acto knife, I'm going to score until I can get in there deep enough, and then split it in half. And then for these two, I used this beast. An awesome tool to have. And I ended up with 4 of these squares. Now, the reason why I want 4 is because this is very thin. So I'm going to double it. Just like so, and we're going to glue 2 of these pieces together. And we're going to let that let the glue do her thing. Let's put some weight on that. I'm also going to grab a popsicle stick. These popsicle sticks are, I hate this thing because it's in centimeters, but just a little over 11 centimeters. So I'm just going to cut it. No, that makes no sense, does it? It doesn't look like the middle. Where's my inches? I'm missing a ruler. Let's take this one. Alright. You may not be able to see, but I will. This popsicle stick is actually 4.5 inches. So 2 1/4. There we go. I'm much better in inches than I am in centimeters. I'm going to cut this in half, just like so. Voila. 2 even pieces. Look at that. We are getting there. These are going to be our sides of our wheelbarrow. So one, we're going to cut in half. So half of 5 centimeters is 2 1/2. Three good scores should give you the opportunity to cut it, and then all you have to do is clean it up. One edge is going to need cleaning. There you go. And for the other two sides, it's this, right? So we're going to need 2 of those. Let's take this for the width. Oh, and that was crooked. And we're going to use our mighty cutter, and we're going to cut them down. Perfect. Okay. You're then going to cut the, geez, can't speak. Glue your pieces with your wood glue on. I thought I was going to do on the inside, on the outside, but which is why I thickened it up, but it'll be on top. So let's do that. This one we're going to do the little edge and then the long edge, and we're going to glue that on top like so. Let's just take a look at it here. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so I want to make sure things look good. Give me a moment here while I wipe down my glue. There we go, it's getting there. Side number 3. We'll let that take. Okay, so I've now added my 2 pieces of popsicle stick to each side. They're not really even, but they'll do. And I simply used hot glue. And then we had one tiny little piece of the back left, and I cut it in half, which made it into a tiny little square. So this thing is 2.5 centimeters, whatever that is in inches, an inch square. And then I cut it on the bias, giving me 2 triangles, and each of these triangles I glued with hot glue. And now I'm simply, we'll do the wheel, the front wheel, we'll take care of that later. Now we're simply going to stain this thing, paint it, do as whatever, finish it the way you want. So I am going to use some antique wax. So in order to create what looks like a wheel, I actually cut off the end of this dowel, painted it, and glued it to the front. I also added some stitching all the way around, and I'm going to do this end as well. And I can consider this item just about done. I'm actually contemplating another thing or two, but we'll see if I get there. So I'm basically using a white marker and creating stitch lines. I know that it doesn't necessarily fit a wheelbarrow type of look, but it gives it character, which is what I wanted. There you have it. And here's a video of my front, or my haul, with all my fall decorations from this year, last year, and this year's fall tray. Fall tier tray, I should say. And here is the tier tray items. Our little wheelbarrow with pumpkins in it. Our books. I added some beads. Our little birdhouse. Our mason jar. And I added a orange and yellow bird in my nest. Voila!